What's going on, guys? It's Stuart down here at Kolorblind Shoes. We started in August of 2012, and I started up this shop for basically the San Diego sneaker community. The reason why I chose the name Kolorblind is because I'm actually colorblind. Colorblind also comes from the fact that it's a cultural thing. I mean, growing up, I was like one of the few white kids that was wearing Jordans and looked up to Jordan and everything else, and it basically crossed the barriers of cultures, and I was able just to identify with Jordan, and I love basketball, and so that's kind of what it carried over as. One of my goals with this store is to get a shoe that you're looking for. So you could come into the store, tell me what shoe you're looking for, and I'll try to make it happen for you, and at least at the best cost that I can possibly find the shoe. I always wanted to have a store here in San Diego where you could walk in and pick a shoe up off the shelf and be like, I want this shoe, but I know that it costs $800. And what I do to customers is I say, you know what? I'll give you a steal. I'll give you a steal that you'll walk out of this store feeling great, that you just got this shoe for a cheap steal. And that's kind of like my goal, is to have people walk out just happy that they just got the steal of their lifetime. And that's what I try to do. I started off as a sneakerhead back in 1997, and the first shoe I started off with that I just fell in love with was the Scottie Pippen. I love the fact that it had a full-length air bubble, and that just kind of got me in love with sneakers. Gary Payton growing up was my favorite player, and I just was following the Sonics, and boom, Kevin Durant happened. This is Kevin Durant's first signature shoe with his signature on the side, and it's probably my most prized possession. My favorite shoe of all time, Bin 5. I made the journey up to Nike Town, Santa Monica for this shoe. I went up there 24 hours in advance. They had told us that we were supposed to camp out and kind of line up along the store. So I camped out. We were there for like a whole night camping out, and then they decided last minute, literally an hour before, that they were going to do a line up when we say type of release. So as soon as they said line up, everybody lines up. So they had hired outside security, and I was at the front of the line, and when Nike said line up, I was literally pushed aside by the security guard, and I was not able to get my pair. There were literally about 200 people that literally went ahead of me in line. And I was super bitter. And I know that a lot of you guys out there are super bitter when you don't get a shoe. It's probably one of the worst feelings on earth. So I literally was driving back saying, I'm done with the sneaker game. I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. And I went online, started looking at prices, and started trying to find this shoe because I just absolutely love this shoe. I had to have it. And so I wound up paying double retail for it, but I got it, and I was happy. And that feeling of wearing them and just rocking that shoe that you absolutely love and you went at all costs to get is probably the best feeling. And that's why I love this shoe. You can't beat that red wax stamp on the back. This is Stuart over here at Kolorblind Shoes. Come by and check us out. We're located at 324 West Washington Street over here in Mission Hills. You can hit me up at 619-519-2503. Come check us out, guys.